What's poppin' world? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Beautiful day outside in the summer of Las Vegas. Just was watching some videos and stuff like that. Had a lot on my mind, and just wanted to go ahead and share a couple of sentiments with y'all, a couple of positions. So here we go. I just feel like this content creation era is now getting out of hand. And as far as what I'm getting at is like just the disingenuous part about it, right? So I get it. It's the name of the game. We live in a world where clickbait and hot takes and fear mongering and propaganda, sales, right? Authenticity. Sometimes the truth is too boring, for people to want to be interested in it. So at times I do feel like people feel like they need to sensationalize the truth, stretch it a little bit. That way it can be brought in a context to where maybe there's anxiety or some kind of emotion you're evoking to, make the viewer more, invested inside of what you're saying, right? And that's probably a big reason, this is my personal opinion on why my channel might be moving a little slow is because I don't subscribe to trying to get you what I got you moment, right? Clickbait or anything like that. So one of the primary examples of this that I really I don't want to say despise, but I just really dislike is, you'll be watching a podcast and, my bullshit sensor is just going off, right? And I can see a lie from a mile away. Not because I typically do lies, because I wouldn't say I'm just a natural. No, I would say I'm a natural psychologist. No, I'm not a profession in it, but I do know patterns, social cues, things of that sort, right? So you'll be watching a podcast and a person be sitting up there and they'll be like, "Well, I know a guy," or let's set up the topic, right? Let's say the topic is the economy, right? And they're on the podcast, they're discussing the economy, and there's a specific sector of the economy maybe they're discussing, which is like, why are Americans living paycheck to paycheck? And let's say one of the fiscally responsible people is on the panel, and they're like, well, one of my friends was telling me, oh, well, everything's expensive and it's hard to get by in life, and everything I gotta finance because I had, you gotta live it up. It's, why sit up there and hoard money and not use it for anything? And they'll sit up there, which the example would be like the one dumb friend you have, right? Quote unquote, everybody has this one dumb friend that has a dumb argument, and this is just a stepping stool to make their position higher than what it seems, right? Oh, well, how dumb of a person of my friend to sit up there and says, okay, it's dumb to be fiscally responsible and have a budget and, so on and so forth, right? So they'll crystallize their point knowing they don't have actual friends like this, because they probably wouldn't pay them no mind at the time of day. But this is a way of making them seem more boots on the ground, or I'm with the regular people. I'm with the everyday person. Yeah, I have everyday. It's just kind of like saying, oh, I'm not racist because my friends are black. I have one black friend. Like just just being very disingenuous, right? It's just kind of like one of those commercials you'll see. If you got YouTube, if you don't have a YouTube Red and you got ads, it's one of those commercials where you sit up there and you see, oh well, I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. If you're paying more than $30 for car insurance, you're getting ripped off. Or they'll sit up there and say, oh well, if you ever been in a car accident, don't sue the driver. Go ahead and fill out this form, and you can get way more money. It's annoying to me because me personally, I'll be like, who the fuck is falling for this shit? Excuse my language. But then I really think about it, like, man, there are some real desperate people out here. They have somewhat of a targeted audience they trying to reach. I may not fit that demographic because, like I said, I can see bullshit from a mile away. But at the same time, I do feel like people do prey on people's desperations or their circumstances, and maybe people may not have the discernment or the insight or the wherewithal to see through the ploy or the con or whatever it may be. So I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much where my point stands at it. So I mean, for just regarding the subject, I mean, so just keep that in mind, because we all watch podcasts at this point, hearing people's perspectives and point of views, and there is value in podcasts, but just be very mindful of people with certain biases, and they try to give you the impression that they see your side of it because they have someone like you in their circle, and it's the first thing for sure. So with that being said, hopefully y'all like the video. Go ahead, drop a thought, comment, whatever it is, maybe. Outside of that, on to the next one. Catch up with y'all later.